Um, so this one, I do recommend using some kind of smaller paper. So this one is maybe around like 5 inches by 7 inches. You don't have to be precise. Just I recommend just doing something a little bit smaller. So this one again is 5 by 7 inches. This one's much smaller. So I don't know, I'm just guessing. Maybe this is like 3 inches by 3 inches, something of the sort. If you happen to have a larger paper, you can go ahead and take the time now to cut your paper, or you can fold it in half, actually. And I can show you how to do that without scissors if you would like. And I'll show you guys that in a minute. Sorry, there's my cat Kiki is here. She wants love and attention. She's been doing that. Kiki. Sorry. Okay. So we have Kiki on my shoulder here. Watercolor pencils is going to be our medium of choice today. So these are really interesting. They're a hybrid between color pencils and watercolors. So we're going to be using these to color. So color in and even draw our little sections here. See that? Color in and draw our little sections. We're going to add little splashes of color in every little section just to create some sort of radiating outward, either a spiral perhaps, something like that. And it's all about just relaxing, getting to know the watercolor pencils, and just having fun with the colors. That's all. So we have that. We're also going to need a brush of some sort. So we have I always like to use some sort of round brush, especially when I'm doing this kind of project, and especially when I have little areas here. So round brushes are really nice because you can always point the brush into these little crevices. So this one is probably a size, I don't know, maybe a 6. Yes, a 6. Anything around that is fine. You do not have to be precise with any of this. So a 4 is good. Even a 2 is fine too. If you have other brushes, other types of brushes, that's okay too. You're more than welcome to use, I don't know, here we go. Here's a filbert brush. So you are not limited, okay? I want you guys to use what you have. You're not limited at all. I can have a flat brush and an angle brush. This is one of those projects where I actually don't encourage you to follow along exactly. Okay. I want you guys to use what you have. Okay. And I gotta put you down. Okay. Let's see. I got the watercolor pencils. I got the water. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're good to start. If you don't have watercolor pencils, that's okay. If you have watercolors, so regular, traditional watercolors, use that. If you have color pencils, you can use that, okay? Of course, if you have color pencils, you don't need the water because that's not going to do anything if you put the water on top of it, okay? Now, do you guys have questions? Can I help you guys with anything?
Can I show you something, Hannah?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a UFO, and this is the beam, and then
Oh
if you
my,
look close, you can see
what?
the cow.
What in the world? I love
This
that.
is
Is it?
I got it for Christmas. It's the UFO and the cow and the beam. It's a
What?
pencil
That is
case.
so funny. It's a pencil case, but it's
It's a
an
pencil
alien
case, yeah.
spaceship. And it's got oh my God, I love that.
Got the cow.
I will show you. Let me get you started and I'm going to show you the sketch I came across. I love that. Okay, guys. So let's start with our piece of paper. I'm gonna grab my piece of paper, but I also want to start thinking about my colors. So I was talking about earlier about my color schemes. So you can just choose any colors that speak to you, any colors that you really love, or maybe that you think work really well together. Or you can go to some place like Pinterest or just even just a quick Google search and search up color palettes or color aesthetics, and you'll find all kinds of different color choices or color matches that fit a certain theme or a certain mood. So that's an option for you if you want to give that a try. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my colors here, and let's start with five. Five colors. It's not too crazy. It's not a small amount. It's not like overwhelming, I don't think. So let's just start with five colors and then we'll go from there. And I should have mentioned earlier that since we are using color pencils, it might actually be helpful to have a sharpener nearby. So a pencil sharpener. So watercolor pencils, of course, you still have to sharpen them. So something I tend to forget sometimes. So let's say maybe I want to go with, I don't know, a mood. Now I tend to like go crazy with the colors sometimes, and sometimes I can't help myself because I just really want that color. But I'm trying to limit it for now, and then we'll see how it goes. Let's see. So I love this purple. I'll choose that purple. What else do I love? I actually really love goldenrod, or like something close to it. I don't know, maybe this one. Just talking out loud.
Are they all watercolor ones?
Yeah, yeah, these are all watercolor pencils.
Nice.
Yeah, so these are pretty nice. Of course, here's the teal, but do I want to bring teal to this one? Now, for the original painting, so this is actually one that I did first. Okay, this was the first one that I did. I had chosen my colors ahead of time, but then later on, I decided that I wanted little splashes of color to just kind of give each section its own personality. So this one is probably my favorite right here, where I have some kind of purple and a peach color, like a light peach color. So think of each little section as having their own personality or their own flair with two different colors. So naturally, that's going to expand our color palette by quite a bit, but you can still keep it simple, okay? And I will show you how to do that. Okay, but just think about that, okay? It's very easy to expand that color palette, okay? Especially if we're looking at each little section individually. Each of them has their own flair to it.
Are you going to add water to them?
Yes, yes. And that is the idea too. So I'm actually really glad you asked that. So once we have our colors uh, chosen, we're going to start with a center point, and we're going to start drawing one little section at a time. So maybe I can start with one that moves upward like that. And then we're going to color it in using the color pencils. So two colors. We'll start with our two, color it in. After we color it in, then we can go over it using our paint brushes and water. And that's going to soften it and it's going to merge those color pencil marks together. So color pencils first, then the water afterwards. Yes, good question. Any other questions? Those are my colors. And you don't have to have them all decided right now in the beginning. I encourage you guys to make changes, change your mind. That's okay. Oh, and I'll
Hannah,
just
are we
peek.
working on it horizontally or vertically?
Um, I'm actually going to be moving it around. So that's a very good question. I am going to be moving it around just because sometimes it's a lot easier for me to move my pencils a certain way, a certain direction, rather than contorting myself, I'd rather move the paper.
Mhm.
Yeah, so whatever way works for you. Keep them coming. More questions. I think I'll start with that for now. Take that back. Just there we go. I want a cool color palette for now. So there's my five colors. And like I said earlier, as we keep on working on each section at a time, that's probably going to expand, okay? At least by a few more. This one probably expanded. There's probably like 15 colors in here, okay? But I don't want you to do exactly mine, okay? I want you guys to do the colors that make you happy, okay? Let's do
Hannah, I
this.
missed a little of the beginning
Yeah,
explanation. Of course, I
yeah.
have to adapt everything anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Um, are the five colors you're picking? Are you picking the complementary color, whatever it is you're calling it?
Mm-hmm.
The second color that you're adding to it. Are you are you adding?
Yeah. Yeah,
Are you
like the color that goes within each section. Am I thinking of that
Yeah,
yet?
so like the five colors that you just picked, are they
Mm-hmm.
going to be next? Are they going to be in one swirl, or are you going to
Yeah,
add?
some of them are, but honestly, I am definitely going to expand. So I'm thinking already that I would love to add some more darker greens to this. So, but then I can also add these together in one little section as well. So, yeah, it's yes and no, honestly. It's yes and no. I don't have everything figured out in my head, so I'm
I
leaving
know,
myself
but
room to
I really
expand.
don't have anything figured out in
It's
my head.
okay. It's
So
okay.
you're saying five colors,
Uh-huh.
and then
So
you're going
then
to
why
add
don't
them, and they may be these colors, and they may be
uh-huh.
not, and then how we're going to pro?
Uh-huh.
It's like,
What are you doing, Hannah?
am
So
I
why
the
don't we
only
do this?
one?
Why don't we do this? Why don't we expand it to 10 colors? 10 colors.
Oh God! Now you
And
want me to pick 10 colors?
well. How about this? We'll pick 10 colors, and then those will be the colors that you can mix together, that you can add together within each section. 'Cause I say 10 because I feel it's an even number. So you can already have pairs set up together. And later on, if
Okay.
if if the mood
I
feels
think the
right,
question, if I'm trying
uh-huh.
to figure out my question,
Mm-hmm.
um, are you gonna like do all your blues and then you're gonna do all your greens, or are you gonna do a section
Mm.
and a section, then you go, hey, I think I wouldn't mind adding a little yellow. Never thought to put that in there, but I can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, no, I know exactly what you're saying. And you do have the way I think down.
I know. I
But
thought, how
we
do you
are
know what I'm saying? I don't know what
yes, yes, I do. So yes, we are going to start with one color at a time. So we're going to start with the sections. Maybe that's a better way to put it. We're going to start with the sections first and do maybe just a handful of sections first, because it'd be a little overwhelming to do all of this and not get to the painting. So we'll start with just a handful of sections at a time, one color at a time, and we'll create each section with a different color. And then we'll go in and then we'll color it in one color at a time or two colors at a time. So we'll build it out. We'll do like a few sections at a time and then we'll paint. And then feel free to move on to different colors, or you can do the same colors again and again and we'll build out different sections from there. And keep going a few sections at a time. So we'll color it in, paint it in, do that for 3 or 4 sections, and then repeat the process.
And then the swirls, you're not doing all the swirls at first. You mean you're just
No.
gonna keep
Mm-mm.
adding to them?
Yeah, yeah, we're just gonna keep adding to them. So this happened organically. So this happened just as I was moving along. So it might get a little less confusing if I just start. So as I
No,
was moving
we
along.
have permission then to not have our swirls look so perfect like you.
Yeah, no, not at all. No, no, no. Like whenever I did both of these actually, these were both unplanned. I like to sort of feel out the colors and feel out the mood whenever I'm doing these. They're very what's the word? Instinctual. Instinctual and not planned. Okay. So in the case of this one, all of my colors, they kept radiating out from a certain point. Okay, and in the case of this one, they really really didn't radiate out. They just kind of moved across. The only, or the main similarities between the two is that some areas are just thinner. They just taper and get into thinner areas.
That looks like a piece of a flower that's beautiful. Like you
That's
caught a
good.
section of a orchid or something.
This one?
Yeah, it looks like an orchid.
Oh, that's kind of cool. And that's kind of orchid colors too.
And then you have some texture in there. Okay, that I feel a little
Yeah.
more. I feel a little more like after doing that circular thing that we did at Ancan. I
Oh,
did
yeah,
pick
yeah.
colors, and then I went, no, I think I want to add other colors, and they
Yeah.
came
Yeah,
out good. So I feel
it is,
confident I could do it.
yeah, it is exactly like that. So it's instinctual in that way. But it, you know, it is a lot better once we get started. Like you'll kind of get the mood, get into the mood once we get started. So let me start with one color here. And let's start with, I want this to be my center point right here. Personally, I like these, I don't like to be like right in the center. I like to be a little off center. So let's start. All or most of my points are going to be radiating out like that. And then once you get your little band of color, you can start to color it in. Now, when it comes to watercolor pencils, in my opinion, I feel like it works out. It plays out a lot better, looking a lot more like watercolors, and not watercolor pencils if you were to leave some white space. So don't completely fill it in just yet. Leave a little bit of white space and you'll see why in a little bit. So now you don't have to draw as quickly as this, okay? I just want to show you where I'm going with this. I want to move to maybe green. Let's do another band. Maybe I'll do a band that's radiating right next to it. Now you don't have to divide it up this way, but for me, I don't want them to be the same size. I'll fill that in, this middle section, with another color. The idea is to fill it in one color at a time, and then we'll do our secondary color in a little bit. I don't know, maybe I want maybe I want blue on this side. Don't want you guys to feel like you need to go this quickly. Just want to give you guys an idea of what exactly I'm doing. I'm building out my shape and then coloring it in with scribbles. And my scribbles are going in the direction of my swirl. It's almost as if it's a vortex and it's like being pulled into the center. It's a vortex of color. Maybe that's what I should have named it. What did I call this project? I don't remember. But I think it should be vortex of color. Something to do with vortex. Now you are more than welcome to keep going in one direction or consecutively. If you get a little bored though, you are more than welcome to also branch out and maybe do the opposite side.
It's gonna really look pretty once we wet it down, huh?
Yes, that's what I love about watercolor pencils is that we want to do a good portion of our coloring in first before we put the water on top of it, and then it just transforms. Looks totally different. And then also the nice thing is that you don't have to be precise about your scribbling, your coloring in.
Yeah.
Now don't feel like you have to go this quickly, okay? I want you guys to take your time with it. I want to just kind of show you what to do first and then, then we'll go from there. But let me know if you guys have questions. now, I guess it's been a while. I was talking to Bobia earlier, and it always feels like the month of January just stretches for so long. Like this, just the holidays just feel like they've gone on for forever. So I feel like it's been way longer than a month since we've been back.
I'm just happy to have you back.
Yay! Love to hear it. I know, I love being here. And then next, oh yes, I do want to talk about next week too, because next week is the very first open session. So that's the one where you guys can come in and there's no set art project, but highly encourage you to bring whatever art supplies you have next week. So it's going to be on again, off again art classes. So today we have our art class. Next week is open session. The week after that, art class, and so on and so forth, back and forth. Um, so yeah, bring
Will,
whatever
Hannah,
projects you want. Huh?
will those be, still will register for them? Like,
Yeah.
how do we get the link?
Yes, okay. So that is on the MS Foundation calendar. But it is going to be the same link for those open sessions. So you can save that link and just have that and click on that every time we have an open session. But you still have to register for at least from what I think I understand, you still have to register the first time around. But after that, once you get the link, it's the same link. Yeah, so
Perfect.
you know what?
Thank you.
Let me find that link for you.
That's too much to process right now.
It's okay. I'll
You know,
repeat it later.
get that link and then because we'll get
Yeah.
confused. But it's good you gave us a heads up, so at least,
Yeah, no worries. If you
unless
want, I
of
can
course it
send it later.
changes.
And I'm looking at the like is it like an Excel sheet with the dates and the classes? It's something that y'all don't see. I see it, and it is the same link every time. Yeah, so you're good. And yes,
Yeah,
I
but
will
you still
send
have to
it
remember
in a
that
bit.
it's the same link every time.
I
Yeah.
know, because for this class, it's not. You guys got this. You got this. And I wanted to welcome all of our new people. Hello, hello. I know I said that earlier, but say it again. Now, anytime you're ready, you can add your second color into your little areas here. So let's grab this color. I haven't used this one yet. This is like some kind of gray. They call it sage green, but it looks more gray to me. I don't know. It says sage green, but let's see. I'm gonna start by maybe just filling in part of the open areas, the white areas, but I definitely want to overlap my first color. You guys see that? While still leaving some of these white spaces in there. So let's see, maybe I'll stick to this side. You can press down hard if you want, or you can press down lightly. More of the pigment means that you're going to get more, it's just going to be a brighter color. It's more saturated. But less pigment means that it's going to be lighter. So maybe I'll just do that. Start simple.
I don't know if my colors match, but I don't care.
Yeah, a lot of these, and actually I'm really glad you brought that up because you can have non-matching colors in here, but overlap them once you actually, once you color them in, overlap them, and that's gonna start to merge them together in a nice way.
Are you gonna not have? Although I do have a commentary. Marcy says, "I don't care until she does." Right?
It's okay.
You're so
Well,
Oh no, I messed it up.
But then it
Um,
always looks amazing.
are you going to have more than? But you're not going to have more than two colors in a. What are we calling them in a section?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna have more than two colors in a section. I'll call them section.
I break the rules.
Break them, Marcy. Do
You
it.
know I always break the rules.
Do it. I encourage you. Break the rules in here.
And if you like if you have one color on there and you
Mhm.
overlap it with another color, that's gonna be nice when we put the water on, you know?
Yes,
Makes a totally
yes.
different color.
Because the water is gonna grab that pigment from the paper and it's gonna mix it for you. Yes, it is gonna be nice. Oh yes, that's right. I need to
Well, what am
put,
I going to do? I'm still trying to figure that out.
yeah, you can
I
do the
mean,
same thing.
I
I
could
mean,
sort.
mhm.
Well,
What if you
I'm
were to
behind.
use the what is it, the smudge tool?
I know. I just something about that just bugs me. But I'm thinking there's something called um, like a watercolor blending tool. So I'm gonna try
Oh
like right.
yeah.
I'm gonna try. I'm
Yeah,
playing
that would
around.
be
I'm gonna be
nice.
behind. I'm gonna try like a coloring tool because the coloring there's a color like a crayon, a chalk, or something that kind of
Hmm.
mimics what you're doing, and then I can switch to a. And then I have to remember what all that is. You know that is. Ah.
It's okay, one section at a time, or at least a few sections at a time. Okay, take our time with it. At least you have the idea that we're going to be scribbling within our little sections. At least there's that idea. I'm, I don't know, personally, I get kind of bored. Like I have ADHD. I want to move on really fast. I want to get results really fast. And so whenever I did this one and even the smaller one, I did a handful of the sections and then I jumped into the water. So actually using the water to smooth everything together. So I will show you that, how to do that, just in case that's you too. Okay. But you're also more than welcome to color everything in. So use your watercolor pencils, use the pencils to create every single one of your sections first, if that's what you want to do. If you're a little more disciplined than I am. I also get bored with the colors too, so I'm probably going to switch it up a little bit and add more colors. Well, let me just make some sections first. I'm thinking now, like, getting an idea. I'm thinking now, I like the idea of maybe making a darker color scheme on the bottom. I'm just talking out loud about some ideas that I have. But maybe like having some darker colors on the bottom and then my bright ones closer to the top. We'll see. See how it goes. Has anyone done anything creative in the last month or so?
I did the Canada's. I did the cardinal. I finished the
Oh my
cardinal because
God!
I missed the class.
There it
Um,
is!
yeah, I missed the second part of the class.
Oh,
So
Oh, that's
that's
beautiful.
so,
yeah,
so pretty. And I know you sent me
thank
like
you.
the picture, like you texted me the picture earlier, but I want to react like right now because it's so cool. I'm like
Yeah, thank
I was
you.
like admiring the brushstrokes on your cardinal too, because that is so
Yeah,
nice.
thank you. It was fun. I told Hannah, it was really funny watching the video because when I've done the videos before, it was sort of before I know you all so well. And now when I'm watching the recordings, I'm like, oh, I want to chime in. I have something to say. And I'm like, oh, I can't mute it and try to. Sorry.
Oh
So,
yeah,
but
I
I enjoyed
can.
doing it. Yeah. Yeah. So I was
I
very,
love
very
it.
happy to get it done. So
I
thank you.
love
Thank you. Thank
that.
you.
No, thank you for sharing. That's so funny. I feel that way sometimes about like the recording and
She has to
canvas.
take lessons from me and Karen. Just open your mouth.
And just talk anyway.
Yeah,
It's okay
just
if you
talk
can't hear
anyway.
me. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's gonna be so funny. Like the group. Um, I can't wait for those open studio sessions too.
Hey, I also finished the cardinal. Finally finished the cardinal painting. I'll show you.
Yeah,
Let me unblur my background.
yeah. And for
But yeah,
context
but
for
I
anyone
agree,
else,
Kate. I agree, Katie. Like I want to talk back to the like the replays. It's
that's
funny.
so funny. And just for context for everyone else, we had done this project over a period of 2 class periods. So there's a lot going on in this one. There we go. Okay, Vera.
So I didn't do like
Oh
the
my
dark
God.
purple like you had done, but
So pretty.
I added like it's you can't tell, but like there's like a lot of texture in it. And then I
I
did these like little like really small little dots. And can you
Wow.
see the te kind of you see the texture?
Yeah, that is so cool.
So I did
How
it a
did
little
you
bit.
do, how did you do that texture?
That came
I just
Is that
good.
just with
added
the
it.
paint?
I just added layer upon layer. Like I let it dry
Oh,
and then I added some
Wow.
more paint.
wow.
But
I,
Very
That's
cool.
I like
gorgeous.
the background too. The bird
oh,
came
thank
great.
you. Thank you.
I know
See,
the
I
back.
like the way Katie, like how you like the feathers look. I could not quite get that look on mine, but it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun, especially doing like these little like added little colors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was a
I'm
lot of fun.
I'm absolutely loving that little bit of purple that you have like
Oh,
right by it. I love that so much.
thank you. That was
So
really
detailed.
like doing those like tiny details was so fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can
I
you
don't know
pull it
why.
back so I could take a picture of the whole thing?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to let me just remove this spotlight real quick.
Oh, okay.
Here we
Wait,
go.
wait, wait.
I feel like Wilson on Home Improvement peeking over peeking over the
I
fence.
really like like the white part across its chest. It like gives me
Mm.
the vibe that the cardinal is wearing like a cuddly sweater. It's like
Oh,
it's a warm winter sweater look for me,
oh,
and I really like
Cute.
it.
That's
thank
cute.
you. It was a
No,
lot
you
of
did
fun.
a
I really did
great
enjoy it.
job.
Thank you. I feel like I need to go back and do texture on the other trees too. So I'll probably, it's finished, but not quite, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I do get that. I understand that.
Well,
I
you're
feel
motivating me because my cardinal isn't finished yet, and I now I have two more cheats I can use.
two more cheats. Love that.
Two more. Yeah, because I saw when I finished my circles that, oh yeah,
Hmm.
I took a little of Marianne, I took a little of Marcy, and a little of Sandra.
I loved your circles. They came out really great.
And I didn't like it at first, and then when I looked at them, I turned them upside down too. Then it was making me crazy. Like I flipped them vertical, I flipped them upside down. I actually liked it better upside down. I've never done that before.
You liked it better upside down? That's funny.
It kind of made more sense. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, like, they're heavier on the bottom than heavier on top.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I'm looking for a navy.
And then they look spongy to me. Like I've never really looked at my things that made me go, oh, they look like they're like foam or something, like they're bumping into each other. The circles, they look to me
Oh,
like
okay.
foam or something, there's a dent
Hmm.
as,
Yeah,
as opposed to overlapping.
I can kind of envision that. Yeah.
They kind of reminded me of like without the being encased in the squares, but like the Kandinsky circles. They kind of gave me that
Oh,
vibe.
yeah, Kandinsky.
Hmm.
I can see
Hey,
that.
so on these little sections,
Uh-huh.
I'm I'm thinking about adding like a third color. I mean, that's cool, right? I mean, I know it's
Yeah.
mine,
Oh,
but
yeah. Yeah,
it's
of course. It's the same technique. Same thing.
I just feel like some of them need more than one color, more than two colors.
And in fact, some of these sections I did add 3 colors. Like I want to say, oh, here we
Oh,
go.
now
This
you
one.
say
Well,
it.
I don't want to confuse anyone. It's I gotta go slowly. But this one right here, I don't even remember what color I started off with, but you see black, you see a dark green, and then you see a blue, which turned into a dark blue. Because that's what the colors are gonna do. They're gonna mix a little bit. So I'll show you a technique to kind of prevent some of that mixing, like too much of that mixing. But yeah, you can kind of see, you can see the 3 colors. In this one, I know there's at least 1 or 2 others that has 3 colors. I just can't spot them. But yeah, I want you guys to listen to that gut feeling. If you feel like it needs a 3rd color, that's okay. And I think in order to,
Mine
I
are
don't know, it's
rainbow.
hard. Hmm?
Mine are actually rainbow all over the place, colors.
Rainbow, yes. See, that's what I tend to do too. I tend to do rainbows and all kinds of colors too. It's it takes a lot of practice to learn how to listen to that gut feeling because you may not even know how to recognize it when it comes to art. But I feel like this project does a lot of that. It does a lot of delving into what I don't know, listening to whatever instincts and ideas might just pop up. I don't know. I love projects like that.
Yeah, after it's, this one and the circles, even though I'm only still working on technique and haven't even really started the project, um, it is very restful. After having things like the cardinal.
Yeah, that one was a tough one. I do have to admit that was that was a tough one. And that's exactly why we are doing this one. Balance it out.
They kind of remind, like it's kind of mindful almost, like kind of we like when we do the doodles.
Oh, that's a much better way to put it. Yes, I keep saying instinctual, but I think mindful is a more accurate description. Yeah, because you do
Um,
want to be, you want to pay attention to the colors, immerse
Mm-hmm.
yourself in the colors and just
Yes.
how they're reacting and how your feelings and how your thoughts are reacting to them.
And some of
Yeah.
my lines, some of these striations are much longer, like they go through the whole thing.
Yeah.
It just feels, like you said, you're just kind of going through, I don't know, like you said, what it feels right for
Mhm.
you.
Yeah, and then yeah, that's exactly it though.
I
Being
love that.
mindful and paying attention and taking a look at the brush strokes and the actual colors, the way your hand holds the I can't want to say paintbrush, the way your hand is actually holding the pencil, kind of paying attention to how you feel with that. I'm loving this sage green. Paying attention to, the colors that just make you happy just in this moment.
so now that you came with these hues
Hmm.
that you have. I mean, let's just say we pick something like that, not even yours. Then you just go, oh, wait a minute. I think I'm now going to go orange and yellow and pink.
Hmm.
It's like, is that like the
Yeah.
process? Is that why you
Yeah.
don't say start with 10? You go start with something that feels good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It's
then,
because I don't know what the painting is going to call for because it's almost like you're paying attention to what the painting needs, but the painting is paying attention to what you're doing too. And I know that sounds really weird, but that's how I feel. I feel like a lot of my pictures I can I can open up a what's the word? they almost come to life whenever I do them. They almost speak to me in a way. Like there's so many thoughts that come into my head, and sometimes it just feels like, okay, this color feels right. The placement of this color feels right, and sometimes I do take a look at it from afar, and maybe a completely different color might feel better in the moment, like orange perhaps, or maybe some yellow. Like I might actually really put some yellow in here, maybe some up at the top there, just to add a bit of contrast. And I'm not
Like
thinking,
that purple that like Vera put in her. It's like
oh
Vera
yeah,
put in her card. You know, like this purple.
mm-hmm,
It's like where'd that come from? But it works.
exactly, yeah, exactly. Like it works well for it too. It's that bit of contrast. But again, I am the kind of person who likes having different elements of contrast. I like having colors that maybe are not all in the same family, that maybe they're not all the same mood. They're not all the same, like maybe some are hot and some are cold. I like that personally, and it definitely shows up in my artwork whenever I do this kind of instinctual meditative project. But you might be somebody who really thrives having colors that all fit the same hue, maybe all reds, maybe all blues, all cools, all warms. Something that sort of invokes an emotion perhaps, or a mood. And that's fine. I want you guys to try and tap into that. Try and listen to that gut feeling. Talking about talking about lots of guts. Let's look at the aliens. Let me show
Well, I
you
try
guys.
to
I'm
take.
making my colors like a little finger painted little kindergartner. Nothing matches. I'm just going for the gusto.
Yeah, go for the gusto.
I don't
Love
know if
it.
they match or not.
A lot of times, here, let me show you my little alien.
If you just like it, go with it.
Yeah.
Until you don't like it. My problem is I always just kind of keep going.
I love that.
Little alien.
Hey, I like how we always talk about aliens. It's so funny
Right?
how they always, almost always come into our conversation.
Right?
Maybe that means something.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
you're with aliens and you don't know it. Maybe
yeah.
some of us are actual aliens.
Yeah.
That's
And
right,
we
I
don't know
love
it.
that picture. We got to
And we
do that
don't.
one.
for
We
sure.
gotta do this one.
I love the peace
We
sign.
should.
They come in
Yeah,
peace.
they do. They come in
Maybe,
peace.
oh,
Maybe we're all abductees, and that's where the MS is secretly coming from, since they don't really know all of what causes it. It's the aliens all picking us up after we get Epstein-Barr at some point.
Oh my God.
They
And
sprinkle us
honestly,
with
all valid.
yeah, they sprinkle us with lesions, right?
Oh my God, all valid. Maybe it's like something to do with the exhaust from the alien spaceships. But they erase our memories, so how would we know? Could be. What do I want to do? I think I'm gonna a bit of this light.
right, Bob.
Ooh, yes. So I do want to show you, just in case you're at this point, um, where you'd like to put some water on your picture. You don't have to be at that point. Um, again, I'm the kind of person that just, I want to keep going and going and going. So I'm gonna take my brush, and I have my water nearby, and I'm going to take a look, and I have kind of a larger brush. So I do want to grab just something smaller, just so that smaller one can squeeze into these thinner ones. Here we go. And I'm happy to show you how to use maybe some of your other brushes in case you don't have too many round brushes. You can use other shapes as well. Personally, I prefer the round brushes though. This one, this little one, I want to say it's a size 4. I think that's what I see. Yeah, that's a 4. So size 4, you know, they're not standardized sizes though. So let me start with this one. Start with the larger one. So I'm gonna grab my water from my cup.
Hannah,
Uh-huh.
can I show you the picture my daughter painted a alien jacket for me for Christmas?
Oh,
If you
yes.
can,
Um, do you mind if I just kind of... Oh, wait, you already have it. Oh, wait, your daughter painted that?
yeah, it's on a jacket, the back of the
What?
jacket.
That's so good.
You
She
see
is
the peace,
so
he's
good
got a
at
peace
that.
sign. He's got a peace sign as well, right?
He
Wait,
is
so she
talented.
painted that, and
Yeah, and you
here we
see on
are
the top,
talking about
see the UFO
aliens?
on the top?
See the what?
The UFO on the top?
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah, the
see it.
spaceship.
Yeah, uh-huh.
That is
But she
so
did
cool.
like an applique. She did it, and then you applied
No,
it, or
no,
she
no,
did
she
it
painted
directly.
it. She just painted it with
Directly.
the,
Painted it.
with paint.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Those eyes are
That is
incredible.
And then she
very...
fixed it so that I can wash it and stuff. You know, like
Oh, that's so good.
she fixed it so that I can, not worry about it getting wet or anything.
Yeah.
The way
Yeah.
she painted it, it makes it look like you can actually like see the sheen, like his skin is
Yeah.
kind of,
Yeah.
and the eyes. I don't know. She's incredible.
Yeah,
And she
she is
knows,
so good.
she knows I like aliens. I think they're cute. Isn't he cute though?
He is.
Very cute.
He's a cute alien.
How old is she, Marcy? How old is your daughter?
She's 33 now.
Wow,
Next month she'll be 34.
she's so
Wow.
talented.
Good for her. Okay, so
I wish I had their talent.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
grab my round brush and not too much water. I'm just gonna kind of just tap a little off. I don't want it to drip with water. So I'm gonna start with this area right here that doesn't have a ton of pigment, and it's really close to a blank section because I can kind of test the waters, so to speak, moving on. And when I put my water on top of it, you can see it spreading the pigment. The pigment moves in the direction of your paintbrush. See that? It can move it aside. I can tap, 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 and that's going to help it to blend if you like blending. Or I
Did you
can
leave that
swipe.
space so that it could fill in, or you're intending to add other colors in that space?
Oh, this space right
Yeah.
here. I wanted to stay blank for now. I mean, I'm gonna see how I feel later, but for now, I want that blank space just because it creates like a contrast, because it's like there's all this purple right next to it. So I'm gonna leave it as is for now. But if I wanted to, I could cover it. Yeah, right over here, and I'm kind of moving in the same direction for the most part as my color pencils. There we go.
Pretty.
Very satisfying. And then once you're ready to move on to the next one, rinse your brush. So rinse your brush in between sections. And then do the same process again. Just kind of take some of that water off because I don't want it dripping. Don't want it to be dripping. And then start off in one of those areas that has just a little bit of pigment. That way you can start to move it around into those areas that are blank, just a little bit. And then you can start to move around, maybe in those areas that have more pigment. If you were to tap, 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 you guys see it gives a slightly different texture. I'm going to try to smooth it out rather than tapping. I might do a little bit of tapping, but for the most part, I do want to just kind of smooth it out. that. Now, if you're like me and you would rather not have like all of these very obvious brush strokes, at least just for this section, not obvious brush strokes, you can always rinse your brush and start all over. Blank brush, just with the water. And that's going to help you. See how it smooths out just a bit? There you go. That's looking good. One section at a time. So I'm just going to rinse because I'm done with that section. So rinse in between. And once again, starting with this area because it's close to the blank space. So slowly fill in that blank space. Slowly do my longer brush strokes. One at a time. And look at that. That sage green blends in really nice with that purple. I didn't expect that. I like it. Did those longer brush strokes. You may find that you may not need to switch brushes, but if you do, that's okay. You can, maybe if a larger one is just not working for you, maybe it's getting too mushy, you're not able to keep your colors separate, you're blending too much, you can always try a smaller brush and see how that works for you. That phrase that I say a lot, that there's power in numbers, that counts for this too. There's going to be so many sections that one little section or one little brush stroke is probably not going to stand out. So here's that smaller brush, just that way you guys can see how it goes. Kind of moving the paint just a little at a time. Now with a smaller brush, I am having to refill pretty often because it can't hold quite as much paint, but it's okay. Sometimes slow and steady wins the race. Now I feel like with this particular section, I kind of wish I had put more color in there, maybe more blue. So if this is you and you feel like it needs more color after you've added that water on top of it, you can wait for it. So wait for it to dry and then we can add more color. If you were to put your watercolor pencil on top of the water, if the water's already there, it's going to give a completely different look, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but we want it to be intentional, you know? There's no right and wrong way to do anything, but you might have to work a little harder to make it match a little bit more. Here we go. Yeah, I definitely want more blue on this one, so I am gonna wait for that to dry. I don't know, I might change my mind later, so we'll see. I am gonna move back to my larger brush so I can go a little quicker. Actually, I take that back. I'm gonna show you how to use other brush types, just in case that's what you've got. This right here is a filbert brush. So if you have a filbert, basically use the same way. So you wet your brush, tap a little off, just because you don't want it to be dripping with water. And then same thing. So start in an area that has a little bit of blank space, a little bit of color. You might have to kind of move your brush around so that the thinner part touches the painting, especially if you have these little areas to squeeze in. So use the thinner part of your paintbrush if that's what you need. You can always move it back to the thick part for those thick areas. Oh, I love this. This is probably my favorite section so far, at least. I love this blue. Can you tell my favorite color is blue? You guys have questions? You guys okay? Okay. Oh, I'm trying to think.
So Hannah,
Huh?
on your original, how did you make your lines look or your things look so like all those lines, all those striations? I like that look. Does that
Oh,
make
the striations, kind of like that section?
Yes, like how yours look like they have like
Yeah,
they
like
go across like that. Yes.
yeah, so
How do you
that
make
was
Mhm.
that
Can
was
I take a picture of that? Can you put that up there so I can take a picture of it?
yeah, here, let me move this. Is it okay if my fingers are there just so I can flatten it?
Sure. Now that there's a ring on it.
Right?
I
You want my ring in
say,
there?
I know your hands, and then I'm like, wait a minute, there's a ring on that hand. That doesn't look like her hand.
Yeah, no, there's a ring. Um, so okay, so those striations, that happens when there's a lot of pigment. So
Okay.
instead of having like more blank spaces, have a
hmm
lot more of the color.
And do you do longer lines whenever you're
Mm-hmm.
drawing it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, once I put the water on top of it, I do
Uh-huh.
longer brush strokes.
Strokes. Okay.
Actually, I could probably show you maybe using this one.
Okay.
So maybe I'll put more
Thank you.
purple. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll put more purple. And those striations, it also would help if you press down hard using your color pencil.
Okay, got it.
That way you get more pigment on there. Like that's the word. Oh, I didn't mean to grab
So
this
you're
one.
not adding it afterwards? Because I'm thinking I could probably add it afterwards, just because I'm using the tablet.
Yeah, yeah, your striations.
I'm
Yeah,
glad you
how
pointed that out, Vera. I like that.
No
yeah,
problem.
so
I was just curious.
well, that's a good thing to point out too, just in case other people like it too. But yeah, I have a whole lot less blank space. So that means I have more pigment to stretch.
Yeah,
So
because I hardly have any white space, so that this technique would probably be perfect.
yeah, so now longer brush strokes. See that? I'm still not like doing it so much that every section blends in together a whole lot, but you see that now? See how I'm able to drag the colors together a little at a time? And it's nice when I'm able to maybe grab some of that other color and put it in an area that doesn't necessarily have it, like this blue, for example. It just kind of naturally lifts up off the paper. I
Beautiful. I
needed,
love it. Thank you for showing.
yeah, of course. I needed more water, so I rinsed my brush off completely and then go right back in there. Longer brush strokes will give you that effect. Okay. There we go. And that that might be all I have to teach you guys. It's all about repeating the same things again and again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in here and fill, like go over with water with all these little sections, and then I'll start filling in the rest of my white spaces.
So this, the way these look kind of reminds me of, I know it's not swirled, but you know, the Scream by Munch, how how his,
Oh,
how his sky, I know his skies were like horizontal, but in that picture, like that, these lines that like
yeah,
kind of reminds me of that.
I can see that, and I hadn't put two and two together. Oh, let me see if I can find a picture of the Scream to show you guys. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, but this looks calm. More, what did you say? Meditative, calm.
Meditate. Yeah, this is
Far
yeah,
more than the Scream, right? But that, but the background kind of reminds me of that. You're funny.
yeah.
Yes, much more calm.
Let me see. Why can't I type? No. Oh, I can't type right now.
Hey, so I saw um on Instagram like this artist is doing these um artist post trading card kind of things.
Mm.
And I was thinking that this would be perfect because you what you do is you do your art or whatever, then you cut them up by she has specific sizes and then you mail them to her and then she
I've
just
heard of that.
yeah, I'll let me look it up and I'll put it in the thing. So I think maybe what I'm gonna do is do stuff like this and then do the doodles that we've done and then cut
Yeah.
them up in like her sizes that she wants and mail them out. So
Yeah, that
let
could
me
be
pull that up and I
fun.
can put it in the chat as well.
I wonder if we could get something like that going. I'm sorry, guys. My keyboard decided it doesn't want to work. So weird. I wanted to show you guys what the Scream is, but I can't type. Oh, weird. Sorry, guys. Hmm. Yeah. I don't know why I can't type. Oh well. Maybe this thing just needs new batteries. But if anybody else can find a picture of the Scream, that would be amazing. Oh, finally it's working. Okay. Drives me crazy when every single application I use, whether it be computer or my phone, wants to put AI in my face.
It's disgusting.
It
It's the
drives me
last,
insane. Yeah.
it's insane. It's like the last 2 days, last week, I thought it was going to go out of my mind. There was nothing I could do that didn't involve some AI
Mm-hmm.
interruption, especially like writing. Well, this one really messed with my mind because I dictate, but I could have been typing. But so I'm dictating and I have to like push things. And then it kept saying Polish. I'm like, Polish? Why would I want this in Polish? Like, and it
It's
was
very
just like,
specific.
with your MS brain, you're distracted, and it's like Polish. You want Polish? No, I don't want Polish.
Yeah, that's
And then
odd. What?
it just totally like messed with my head. And then I realized it was saying polish.
Polish.
But
Okay.
no, I don't want my writing polished. So, and I feel like if everybody
Okay.
starts writing like that, your brain, you're just gonna go. I can really feel when something's AI. Like I just feel like
Yeah.
so.
You can,
If
I don't
everyone's
know,
going to be polishing their Polish,
polishing their Polish. Yeah, I
Funny.
I just wish I had like an option. I feel like
there,
I decline so many times and it pops up again. Like Chrome, for example. I keep declining. No, I want to stay in. I want to stay in using like the regular Google app. But no, it keeps like throwing
yep,
AI into the picture. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And then I had to well, I couldn't stand it, so I got rid of it. And then all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden, I got rid of all my little filters. Like I have labels. So then I was like, all my emails were together, as opposed to like I have them like this goes here, this goes there, this goes there. And then I just, with MS and the physical and the brain, I just thought, I'm going to go nuts. And I had a lot of bureaucratic things I had to take care of. And I just
Mm.
thought, I'm going to go out of my mind. I can't stand this. And then I went on my computer, which is like 8 years old or more, and I was able to get those things back. Well, now I'm not getting notifications on my email. Like my old one doesn't do any of that. My very old one. So I might hear like ping, ping, and I go, well, why isn't my tablet showing me ping? So and then I start doing research, like how do you do this? But yeah, it's the last week, like the last 2 days, like Thursday, Friday, especially, it
Mm-hmm.
just went cuckoo.
It went cuckoo. Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I'm not totally against using AI. Like, I do like enjoy seeing there's some videos that look like very hyper realistic pictures of Pokemon, for example, or like imaginary worlds. I love stuff like that. Like, it's just unreal the amount of uh unreal amount of realism that goes into those videos specifically. Oh, Vera, you beat it. You beat me to it. Oh no, never mind. That's not. Sorry, I'm getting confused. I had sent in the picture of the scream, which I can definitely see what you're talking about when you're talking about those brushstrokes.
All right, so the link that I put on there is to
Uh-huh.
the trading cards, the artist
Oh,
trading cards. So that's the
cool.
artist who's doing it. So you just cut them up. The theme for, she said, for February's love. You just do your artwork, cut them up into whatever specifications she says, and then you mail them by the 31st of January. So anyway, it's just kind of something fun to
So
do.
do you mail them to her or
Yes,
how does that work? Oh, okay, you do?
yes. So she has like a PO box that
Okay.
I believe, and I think she's asking for $5, and that's just for to help her with I guess handling. So you
Oh,
send
yeah,
her
yeah.
also a like a like a envelope that has your address on it,
Uh-huh.
and she has all her little like she has all the instructions on there.
Okay.
Sorry, but it's
That's
kind of cool.
cute.
But then what
Yeah.
happens? I don't understand. You send this
So
art, then what is she mean?
So she'll
She,
delve them out, like and she divvies them out, and she sends you. Let's say you send in 10 pieces, and so she gets everybody's artwork, divvies them out, and sends you 10 pieces back. So you get pieces of art from other artists.
oh,
Oh, I love that.
yeah, there's
That's
people who do that
Exchange.
like with quilts. Or I know this
oh.
place where they did it with ukuleles. Everybody went like the
Oh, cool.
luthiers, and they all like contributed to I get it now.
Oh,
Sorry, I
that's
didn't
good.
explain myself very well.
No, you're good. I feel like that's me most days. I can't explain. I was at a coffee shop earlier today, and I was like, I had gotten like a snack, and of course I'd gotten a drink and didn't finish my drink. I had gotten it to not to go, but like to stay there and work on my laptop for a little bit. And I went up to the counter to order or to grab like a cup and like a little to-go container. And I walk up there and it's like my words just like I just could not think of exactly what it was that I was asking. It was I don't know. You guys would I think you guys would understand, but like I could not put together a very simple question or string of words. And she just like she looked at me like she knew exactly what what I was asking for. So she was super nice about it. But it was just kind of frustrating because I just could not think clearly at all. And this was after the coffee.
It's okay. Many,
All
many
right.
years ago, many
Yeah.
years ago, I had my foster daughter, and I was in this store, and they said, that'll be 45 cents. And I'm staring at my hand. And then I went, how do you spell 45?
Oh
Like,
man. Oh boy.
but then I wasn't worried because I was young. It wasn't
Yeah, yeah.
MS, right?
It's just a brain fart. They just call it a brain fart.
All right, Hannah,
Uh-huh.
I am done with my picture because East Coast problems.
Yes,
It
yes. Look at that. I love
was
like that
fun.
that section on the bottom with the blues and the aqua, at least what I think is aqua. I love
Yeah, I
it.
know the lighting in here is always terrible.
It's
Let's see, hold on.
okay.
Like I have good lighting, but like getting it so that you guys can see it is like so hard for some reason.
Beautiful.
Here, maybe
Oh,
is that better? I don't know.
that's okay.
I
That's
don't
okay.
know.
It's good. It's good. You can see it.
Oh, that
Um,
actually, there we go. That helped. Oh,
and I
that's
love
funny.
that little bit of yellow too on the side. That's a
Thank
nice
you.
contrast.
Thanks.
Love it. Thank you, Katie. I know it's late where you're
Yeah.
at.
I love the
Yes.
It reminds me of like I feel like you're a little kid and you're doing the parachute thing and you go up and down and up and down and you go under and you're looking up at it and it's all the colors and it's waving around.
Yes, exactly. I love that idea.
Oh yeah. Almost like it's like I don't know if you guys did this in elementary school, but like you get that parachute thing and you
Yeah,
get it in this go
exactly.
into a circle and then, yeah, you guys know what I'm talking
Yeah, yeah,
about.
yeah. Yes.
Okay, so
Um,
before you leave, I do want to
yes.
paste the open studio registration.
Okay.
Yes, so that's the registration, and from what I understood, it should be the same link every time. So save that, but you do have to register the first time around.
But it will be on the website also.
Yes, yes. So if you were to go to like the events calendar, it'll still be there under every single date that it's happening. So even if you lose the link, that's okay. Like you can still access that same registration via the MS Foundation website. So the events there. So yeah, so
I
you
have
don't
to tell
have
you
to save that link. Hmm.
sorry. One other funny thing that happened that I just remembered while I was doing the Cardinal. Um, I was trying to reach the trash can. I was trying to throw something in the trash can. And I managed to, I was like just like a little out of reach. I managed to totally fall out of the chair, flip the chair, I like flip the chair over onto myself, complete
Oh,
disaster. Like I have a big
what?
bruise on the bottom of my one arm. You probably can't see it, but it was I have never had an art injury before. It was like it was so ridiculous.
That
And luckily,
wow.
I didn't, I wasn't like hurt, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was very much more dramatic.
That's wow,
Yeah,
Katie. I have to
yeah,
say,
yeah,
I am proud of you. I feel like
yeah. Thank you, thank you. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
glad you're okay.
Hilarious. yes, yes.
I'm glad you're okay, but I am
Yeah,
proud of you.
yeah. No
That's
one
amazing.
else was home at the time, and so they didn't hear like this giant crashing, and so it
Oh my
was.
God.
I was like, which I, since I wasn't hurt, I was glad no one else was home because I was like, this is like so embarrassing.
Oh my God.
Just so
Nobody
dumb.
saw.
So nobody saw it.
Oh my
Exactly.
God. Well, I'm glad
Exactly.
you're
But
okay,
yeah.
Katie.
You're
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
artists
Yeah.
now that you have suffered an art injury, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. So,
Yep.
all right. I leave you guys with that. I'm going to
Good
go to
night.
bed. Good night, everybody. Good to see you.
Yes. For
Bye.
any of my other East Coasters, or even if you're just tired right now, wherever you're at, I would love to open up the floor if you would like to share. You never have to, but of course we would love to see. So anybody else? Oh, hello there. I'm so sorry. How can I pronounce your name? Is it and you tell me how to pronounce your name. I'm so sorry. Hello.
That's fine. Hannah. Anne, just Anne with an E.
And okay, yes. And let me see if I can spotlight you. If you maybe put your sometimes this helps if you put your picture. There we go. Yeah, just like that. Ah, I see it.
I'm sorry.
Before it disappears.
I'm also.
It's okay. I'm really loving the gradation that I see within each section because some like I see some areas are much lighter in one spot and then it's a nice gradient to a darker color. It's beautiful. And it does remind me of Kandinsky.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it does.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Yours turns out nicely too.
What was that?
Yours turns out nicely too with the yellow
Oh,
and
oh,
some.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I can't wait to see how that turns out. Well,
And
thank you for sharing.
welcome.
It's beautiful.
Yes. Lovely. Appreciate that. Beautiful. So anybody who else would like to share? Anybody?
I'm not done yet, Hannah.
That's
Almost.
okay. That's okay. We can still stay. It's all right.
Karen, I'm actually happy with my piece today.
Oh, wow.
No, I shouldn't speak too soon since I'm not done.
Okay, wait for it.
Wait for it.
You've been quiet for a while too. You're concentrating, huh?
Yeah. I still don't have my eyes. I'll have them soon, though. I have surgery on the 28th,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
so I'm
And
kind of,
your other eye from your other surgery, is it okay?
yeah, it's doing good.
Good. Okay, good. So you have your surgery the 28th, did I hear that right?
Yeah, 28th. So I'll do the class on the 26th. You have a class on the 26th I registered for.
Oh, okay. Do I?
Is that
Or
I
this
didn't
maybe
month
know.
it's
or
the
next
speaking
month?
one.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the open session
Yeah, the open
next
session.
week.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. You think you're gonna be able to make it?
Yeah, because I don't have surgery till the 28th, and that's on the 26th.
Okay. Okay. So oh good, that works out.
And even if it was the 28th, I'd come anyway, blind or not.
Blind or not all.
You are a trooper, girl.
I know.
Thank you. I love the way these colors are blending.
Oh good. Yay. What would you guys like to do for our next actual session? Because I realize it's pretty close to Valentine's Day, so I was thinking of maybe doing a pet theme,
Okay.
some kind of pet theme, but I mean if you guys have ideas, I'm open to it. Of course, because sometimes it's hard, a lot of times it's hard to think of ideas. But yeah, I was thinking of doing perhaps an acrylic painting of a pet paw. So like a paw sticking up on the paper and we paint it in. And so you choose the colors you want. So for whatever color pet you're thinking of, those are the colors that you use. So if that sounds like a winner. But if you have other ideas, let me know. What did we do last year? Did we do... I think we did hearts and trees, but I don't remember what it was called.
We did a tree with hearts on it.
That's
And it
right.
had
The
the little
hearts were the
circles that were
leaves.
portals into.
Yeah.
Right. Here we go back to aliens and outer space.
Otherworldly, you know that one, Otherworldly Love.
That's right.
You know, I showed that to a friend of mine who worked for the Art Institute in Detroit, and then after did like education at Stanford.
Wow.
I had such a hard time with that, but it was very meaningful for me. And she had like all these interpretations of it.
I
Just
love
looks like a petri dish. I mean, she was very intrigued by it. I'm like, really? Like,
I love
really?
that.
What?
I have it right here from last year. I was pulling up my stuff
Oh,
and I
let's
was
see.
looking at some of my stuff because I joined y'all a year
You're
ago.
blurry. We can't
Oh,
see
okay.
you.
See.
Did.
Let me unblur myself. But I joined y'all a year ago this month.
Did you really? You
I did.
did.
So
Oh,
it's my anniversary
wow.
with y'all.
That. Oh, there it is. That's
And
right.
then in the
Yeah.
middle, I did a heart with me and Michael's name.
Oh,
I
wow, Vera. I'm just, oh my God, I love the texture. Gorgeous.
I don't know why. I'm always drawn to trees though, and I like doing the textures of the trees. Plus,
Oh my
it
gosh.
hides my wiggle. My
Yeah, it hides the shakes.
yes, there you go. But yeah, I remember this was I think one of the first ones I did with y'all, and I loved it. So I was hooked.
Love that. I will bring more trees into our projects.
I
Maybe,
do love trees.
yeah, they're
Okay,
fun.
now I have mine. I want to show you. That
Okay.
was really very abstract for me.
Uh-huh.
I have,
Oh,
well,
here we
actually, I have
go.
today's painting on there too. It was very abstract for me.
That's right. Yes.
And
Oh,
then,
So the idea was that we're looking through portals, different portals with different styles.
and I didn't understand. And then here, you know, yeah, I write, and then I have that upside down heart because that reminded me of someone I had an upside down heart relationship with. It just took a long time, but it felt really good. I didn't
Oh, yes,
understand what you were
it
doing.
is.
You know, it's like I couldn't really make hearts on my own, so I think I just copied whatever a heart thing, but yeah,
Yeah.
that was very cool. I could so many times I don't understand what you're doing, you know,
I
until
don't
I
always understand
understand
either.
it.
I don't always understand it either until I come into paint with you.
Well, like the cardinal, you had I know there's two of me. I think I'm going to get rid of one of me here. With the cardinal, you were saying, "Oh, it's kind of like mosaic." I'm like, "What's she talking about?" You know, and then I got it when I started working on it by myself.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. The card. Yeah. I yeah, I think I didn't go into that painting thinking specifically about mosaics, but when I looked at it later, it seemed like a mosaic.
Yeah, because you have your repertoire, you know, you have your way of expressing yourself with visual art, which I don't have. Maybe just color. That's the only thing I feel kind of confident about.
Well, you do express yourself really well with words. You're really
Except
good with
when
words.
the Polish people want me to polish my my
Polish.
writing. I was like, "What is this Polish? Like,
Oh,
why
no,
why do you keep saying Polish?"
that's
And it's just
AI
so
wanting you to do
intrusive.
that. Yeah, that's AI.
Karen, did you know I'm Polish?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm a Polak.
Well, what was your maiden name?
Dowiak.
Say it again.
Dowiak. Dowiak. And you want to know how it was spelled?
No. I'm
I want to know.
concentrating. That would be hard.
It's pronounced Dowiak, but it's spelled Wdowiak.
See, like
Oh, interesting.
I can't
Yeah.
even
W.
begin to do that.
Huh. Wow.
So we spelt it phonetically. Phonetically, it starts with a D, but the original name is WD.
Anyone else wants to share their work, just let me know.
Almost done, almost done.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
I'm enjoying mixing these colors.
Yeah, I'm loving like these longer brush strokes. So I'm trying to take my time doing that. I'm almost finished. I think
Okay,
maybe
now there's
next
only one of
time.
me. All of me. You can't have all of me.
I want to do this kind of project, but I'm talking about like maybe for myself, do it larger and maybe with a more set color palette. Maybe try and concentrate on a mood or a theme.
On this
See if I
one, or
can
for your other thing, for your Valentine fantasy?
for myself, like for this project. Oh, thank you, Anne. I appreciate the nice words. Good to meet you. Good night. Oh, have a nice week. Lovely. No, maybe just for myself. Like maybe do it on a large canvas and see where I can take it. Just to see where it goes. Ooh, I love this overlap of blue and yellow because it's making green. So pretty.
Wait till you see mine.
Ooh, love that.
Can't wait to see Marcy's.
Yeah.
Well, the colors are kind of wonky, but I think they work.
Yeah. Hmm.
Have you done any art shows lately, Hannah?
One in December. Maybe maybe the Saturday after our last class. Yeah, I think it was around that time. Um, and it was okay. I didn't really have as much to show or share people, so I just brought some whatever I could find. Um, I was kind of sad because maybe 2 weeks ago I was changing out some artwork and moving things around at the consignment booth that I have. And I had some of my porcelain paintings up for display, and one of them fell and broke. I mean, it
That's a
happens, you
bummer.
know. I drop things all the time, you know. I'm sure you guys can understand. I'm always dropping things. I just
That's
happened to
part,
drop that.
unfortunately, that's part of what
Yeah.
our problem is too. I drop things too.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, I do. So I dropped one of my porcelain pieces, which is a bummer. But like I said, it happens. What else? What have I made? Good. Trying to think. Mostly I've been trying to clean up around here, just little by little. Trying to think. I did do something, but I don't remember what I did. Well, I do have to say, I'm liking my color scheme for this project. And I only used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 colors. That's all. I probably had a lot more than that in the original.
Yeah, I don't know. I used a lot of colors.
Yeah.
Too many to count.
And it's so easy to just
I'm
keep
being a
adding
little
them.
conservative to start. I'm like, I hardly did anything so far, but I really enjoy that time that I spend with myself after class and
Yeah.
just keep,
Perfecting your piece.
yeah, or
Because your pieces really do come out nice.
ruining them. But I couldn't do them if I didn't take screenshots of other people because I just can't retain things in my head.
Well, I think to be fair, it is hard to remember exactly what other people's work looks like.
Yeah, but sometimes I go, I think mine came out better than Hannah's because because you did
Good. I'm
yours
glad you think
because
that.
you did that in it, right? That is
Yeah,
true, right?
good.
Because you
That's actually a compliment to Hannah
That's
because that means
honestly,
she's
yes.
doing a really good job.
right. I mean, I don't do it because you do yours in an hour and you have your thing, but I did. Did I say that? I don't know if I said that. And that note that I wrote about when I sent you my circles. Um,
Oh yeah, you did say something. Yeah. I did reply very
yeah, I see.
briefly.
I just looked at that because I didn't see that. But you know, it was funny. I started writing. I sent it to my friend Josie, and then she gave me feedback. And then I just started writing. Oh, it's a metaphor for life. You know, we took the time to do this, and then I edited it out. I said, people don't want to read everything I have to say, but it's funny that you talked about because I got very philosophical. Like I looked at the painting, then I sent it out, and then I started thinking. And I took it out, and I don't have a copy of it, but I said, we what's important is that we took the time to be creative, but what I wound up taking out was, but it's okay also to acknowledge the grief and to cry over spilled milk.
Oh,
See, I should have left that because here, you're
oh,
talking about crying over spilled milk, right?
yeah. Well, that's a good one. That's a good, what do you call it? Metaphor? Metaphor? Yeah, metaphor.
Something like that. But then I was like, okay, I
I
enjoyed
like
the thought of it all,
that.
but
Well, that's a good one, though.
I think I'm ready. Do you want to see it, Hannah?
Yeah.
And
Let's
then
go
and
for
then
it.
I love to see what you do afterwards because you always do something afterwards.
Oh,
Oh my
wow.
God, Marcy,
Oh, wait, maybe it goes
look
better
at
this way.
that.
No,
Look
maybe,
at
no, maybe,
that.
yeah, maybe this way.
Yeah, I think I kind of like this, like that direction. Cause that pink on the bottom, it is just so bright. Like it adds a lot of really nice weight to it.
Well, I think I like the smaller part on the bottom. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How did you
That one,
how did you have it at first?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
I was turning it
some
like a pinwheel as I did it.
What's
Yeah.
this like a pinwheel?
somehow you turn it like the way you're holding it now, somehow it looks like a flower now.
Wait, if
But other directions it doesn't quite look like a flower. It's just its colors radiating out, but it definitely looks like a flower like this. And I don't know why, but I love that.
So do
So what
you
do you think of the colors? Are they compatible?
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. I'm loving like what is it? That fuchsia slash purple that's right in between the orange yellows.
Uh-huh.
And the fact that I can see that kind of contrast balancing out throughout the painting, that's what I love about it.
what
So
did you
yeah,
mix
I
it? What
I
did
do
you
think
mix
they
it
go
with?
tell.
What
What'd
did
you say, Karen?
what did you mix it with? Because I'm working on fuchsia and I'm like, what am I gonna mix it with? What did
Oh, I used like
what,
red and purple and blue
oh, you
together.
did
And
three.
then,
Oh, okay.
I used many colors in the one. And then as I put the water on, it just like see this one here. I just started with one color and went down and down and down. And then, as you put the color, it spreads it and makes it different.
What I'm seeing in that particular one is colors that are opposites on the color wheel. Like it looks like you might have maybe a little bit of orange or maybe even like red and orange.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and when those colors mix with purple, it creates more of like a neutral color, so almost a brown color. But the way
Well,
you handled it, it looks like it's balanced very well. It's that like very delicate balance between mixing it up a little bit too much and it looking nice.
believe it or not, there is brown in here. I did use the color brown in this.
Really?
Yeah.
In that section or because
Um,
I think I see some brown like
yeah,
closer
I
to the
have brown.
bottom.
Look towards, I have sort of like a purple in the top, and I went to a brown, and then I went to a blue. See, I went to like
Yeah, I see it.
a brown in here,
Uh-huh.
and then I went to a blue.
I love those elements.
And then I have a lot of
Marcy,
brown, like a lot of brown in here, and a lot of brown in this one, and some brown over in this one.
that is so gorgeous. I hope that
So,
you display that.
oh, you know
I
what I did with the
really,
circles we did last week? Remember the
uh-huh.
circle? Oh, I ripped
Yeah.
it up and threw it in the trash as soon as the class was over. I was
Oh, Marcy.
unsatisfied with it.
You were not happy with it, huh?
You know how I get.
You ripped it up.
Yeah, it's
And
like,
you were
oh, this is
saying you liked it, or no? I can't remember now. It's hard
oh, I
hard to
didn't like
keep
it
up with
because the
your.
colors bled into each other, remember?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
okay. Now that
it
makes
bled.
sense. I
Yeah.
gotcha.
But I love the way these
Well,
colors bled into each other.
well, that's okay, you know? As long as you're back make more art, it's all good.
Well, no, Hannah, as long as you're here, because we
Yeah.
love you.
Aw, you guys are
I
the
mean,
best.
you make my life happy.
Aw, you
You don't
guys.
realize how happy you make.
And it's
Yeah.
gonna be Valentine's Day. Maybe we should all have like a little art club, you know? Like we all
Yeah.
send each other like trading
Ah.
cards, like what Vera was
Yes.
talking about. Oh, that would be so cool, guys. Why don't we
You
do
mean we
that?
have
I
to
have
make
to
our
write it.
cards? That'd be difficult.
Well, I
Paint,
wonder
paint,
though.
paint a card.
Well,
Lisa,
what if we were to take projects like this and we could cut them to size? I mean, unless you don't want to cut them. Like Marcy, I can't see you cutting that one for sure.
I
But
think it would take away too much if I cut it because there's a lot of
yeah.
color on the edges on the
Yeah, and I feel like yours is perfect the way it is.
how
Don't
they blend it on the as you go down they blend it into different colors, you
Yeah,
know,
and I love that element. But
and
like
then
for like me, for example, like I could definitely cut this out to the appropriate size that they need and perhaps do something else on top of it. So maybe to put some patterns on top.
oh,
Um,
I like that idea. Maybe I'm gonna put like in some of them. Remember on your little one I said looks like an orchid?
oh yeah, yeah,
You put the
this
little
one.
things inside there was really nice. Like
Yes.
this the little dots in there.
Yes. So okay, so that actually is a nice segue because I wanted to do a little something like so these circles right here without making it part of this particular class, but if you wanted to do something next time, so open studio, if you don't know what to work on, you don't know what to do, this is an idea. You can add patterns, something very simple to what you're creating today if you wanted to do that. Or, I mean, you could always do this project again if you really wanted to do that too. But, you know, since we do patterns, or at least we have done patterns often
Yeah,
enough this in the last year, this one is a really good one for that kind of expansion.
I
So
really
just an
love the
idea.
colors you use there, and it's definitely an orchid. Definitely a
Yeah, I
beautiful
can
orchid.
now that you've mentioned it, yeah, I can see orchid in this too.
It's like a
Yeah,
Georgia O'Keeffe.
yeah,
Yes, it is. You know
beautiful.
what? Yeah. I feel like if I were to do this project larger, it would definitely look like a Georgia O'Keeffe. And it's a really
You know, it would be good if you gave some ideas because some of us are not as talented as Marcy and Vera.
I'm not talented.
Some of us
I'm not
don't
as
have an
talented as him.
idea. You know, I don't, I don't make art unless I'm here, and I'm okay with that. You know,
Mhm.
that's good for me. It's fine.
Hmm.
But
What if?
I'm afraid it'll like I think if you don't have a focus, that
Yeah.
people will, they need it. Because then the people that talk a lot, like me, take over.
I think that this is also a chance to turn this like session or turn that session into something into whatever you guys want it to be.
We
What I
like it the
could
way it
do.
is. Hannah, we like it the way it
You're going like me. That's great. Well, I wonder if I could give you guys maybe some simple prompts. I could either maybe give you guys simple prompts
Something like
or
that. Yeah.
um or stick with projects like this that might allow you to easily expand on it. So maybe add extra colors or add little doodles on top of it. Like this, exactly. So just little circles, very simple, you know? You could also bring coloring books too. And I know, Karen, I know that some of those apps, those digital apps,
I
they
would hate
come
that.
with coloring books. What
I
is
would
that?
hate that.
You would hate oh, okay, you don't want to
Yeah.
do the coloring books.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I wouldn't hate it, but I think I would hate
Yeah.
it.
All right, all right, that's fair. Anybody else you can
Or
bring
bring
coloring
like
books to?
some of the or do some of the artwork that I didn't finish and finish it there. You know
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And you
Or
have
redo something like this, like we
mm-hmm.
did today.
Exactly. You could redo something, you could work on like a past project that you didn't finish. And since you guys, a lot of you guys have been to multiple classes, just about every class, there's bound to be somebody who can help you along with it if you ever needed any guidance.
Or you can ask someone, what do you think about this color thing? And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
something
Yeah, that's
like
a great.
that. But I think without a focus, without a real focus, it could just be a bust. We don't want this. We never want this space to be a bust.
You know what I might do with my painting on the open session with this one? You know how I was working on the water drops to make things look like a water drop? I might put water drops all on top of this thing.
Hmm.
Like, water drops, right?
I
No.
can
Yeah,
see
I'm
that. I'm
sure you
so
doing it.
curious as to how you do that.
Yeah, well, make circles and then start
Oh,
making the circles look like a drop of water. It's all in the
interesting.
shading, the shadowing.
The shadow, yeah. I tried to do some water drops maybe last week and I couldn't quite do it. But I hadn't looked at any tutorials. Um, but
Well,
yeah,
it's
that's a
just
really
like
good
if you do a
idea.
dark shadow on the bottom, like
Okay.
do a round circle and start putting like a dark shadow on the bottom. And then inside put like a little bit of light, like lighten it a little bit. And then you have like a little piece of white to accentuate it. And that's about, yeah. Now darken the bottom of it. Yeah. Like underneath
Oh,
the water drop.
you've done that
Yeah.
in some of your paintings, right?
Yeah.
You would use shadows.
Yeah.
I like that.
Let me see if I can get where I put it. I don't know if I have it. I don't think I threw it out, but
Yeah, okay. I feel like well, it might be really easy for it to turn into like a sphere, but not a
like
water droplet.
if you put like, if you try to look at these are not that good, but it's one that I have out ready.
Holy
You see how
moly.
you darken like on the bottom, kind of like darken it.
Oh, I
And
do
then on the
see
edge there,
it.
you put a little bit of white, like on the edge there, you know.
On
Once
the
you darken
inner
it around, it's
edge.
gonna make it look like a drop, right?
Oh, so you're darkening the outside.
Yeah, the outside. And then you see on the inside, I put a bit of light.
That makes sense now. I see that. So,
I have
okay, so let me
some that I
see.
did better than this, but I don't know what I did with them. These were just my first attempt.
Wow.
This was my first attempt at water drops.
Huh.
Let me see. I don't know what I did with the other ones. I really like the water drop.
You did
I don't know
amazing.
what I did with them.
I know.
So
So, like, okay, so you went around.
I did other ones that came out better, but I don't know what the heck happened to them. Yeah, yeah. Those were my first attempts, so they're not very round, you know?
Yeah, well, that's a really good first attempt, though. Man.
So, Hannah, Hannah,
Yeah.
I think I'm finished enough now to show.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah. This one came out better, not the little guy, but look, see if you could see the water drops, if you can get close.
Oh,
Oh,
You see,
yeah.
yes.
you see
Oh my
those water.
God. That is so good, Marcy.
I
Oh
was
my
practice.
God.
Remember we did this little guy?
Right.
Yeah,
And then one
yeah.
day, like, I was just trying to make water drops. And this was my second
I love
attempt. The
that.
first attempt was the other one, so that was my second attempt.
I
But you
see
see
it
how my
now.
second attempt, if you look, you'll see I put a little white at the bottom. I
Yep.
darkened the bottom and then I put a little light and then I put a little accentuated light on the top there.
Ah,
You
okay. So
see, so
the light and the dark are touching, like they're always next to each
right, right.
other.
I was
Oh,
experimenting. You could see that, you know, it developed as I experimented. It
yeah.
as it came along and
Oh
so
man, that is good.
I've copied
so
that from you in my
Mer
own way. That's the part that's cool too, is like I go, oh, I see what she was going for. Well, I can't do that, but I'll do it this way instead.
Yeah.
I'll try to do water drops next week on my picture, like for the
Yeah.
my doodles.
That would be so cool. Okay,
Yeah.
Maria,
Okay,
there you
so
are.
this is my first time using water pencils, I think, and I really like using
Oh my
them.
Yeah.
God.
But
That looks
I
oh,
don't know if I like the colors I got in this tin because they don't seem that vibrant and varied. But
If you wet your pencil, sometimes if
mm,
you wet your pencil and go over it, you get a darker color.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
they
I don't
seem
know which way to
vibrant to
hold it,
me.
this way or this way.
Yeah. I really like it that
I
way.
think this way reminds me almost of a pumpkin or something.
Yeah.
I can see that. I
Female
wonder if that
too.
should be a pumpkin
Like the
project.
top of the pumpkin.
Oh, yes. I
Yeah.
love it.
I can totally see that. Well, I mean, not the colors, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
When I looked at it, but it was fun. It was fun using the
that
color,
is
the
cool
water
though.
pencils.
Isn't there a
It's
way to just add from it's true, the
mhm.
colors have like a dullness to them,
Yeah.
but is there a way to make them more vibrant?
You could actually add a similar color to it. So let's say there's orange, for example. I could go in there and add some red and just not enough to really change it, but just enough to add a little bit of variation. Oh, you probably can't see my screen. Let me change that. Okay. So just enough to add a bit of variation to it. So maybe start off small. Just a small amount. See how you feel.
Uh-huh.
And you can go on top of it as long as it's dry.
Yeah, and then when you
It's
wet it, it'll
dry.
blend in so nice, right, Hannah?
Yeah, exactly. So you'll go over it while it's dry and then wet it again. So here, where's my brush? Here it is. So here's that same brush I've been using. So I can start, I'm not going to start on top of the red. I'll start next to the red.
Oh, yeah.
And it just gives it just a very subtle oomph to it.
But your colors they are vibrant.
I feel like hers are pretty vibrant though. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it just me? I feel like they're pretty vibrant.
Yeah. I was trying to press harder, thinking if I press harder,
Yeah.
they'd get darker, but um,
Yeah, and that does often help quite a lot actually. So that I think that was a good move.
yeah.
Like pressing down harder. But
Maybe
and then
less water next time too. Less water. Maybe I washed it out with too much water on the brush. I don't know.
maybe no, yeah, that could be it too. Um, but I think in this case, like just adding a similar color will do a lot for you.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
maybe a tiny bit of purple on top of a blue,
Yeah.
tiny bit of blue on top of a green,
Okay.
something like that.
Then it's playtime.
Yeah, but yeah, See, there you go. It was playtime. All
Yeah.
How
right,
was your
y'all.
grandbaby's first Christmas?
Oh, he was so cute. It was so much fun having him. Everybody was all
Oh,
excited. There was like 14 of us here, and we were passing him from person to person. And I was like, I
oh,
just hope nobody's sick or getting sick.
I know, baby.
But he's doing okay, and they
Oh,
moved into their new house. About a week ago. They're actually in their new house, so it's a very exciting time for them.
oh,
And
that's so
turns
good.
out her babysitter is right across the street, so it's very
oh
convenient
wow.
when she wants to leave the baby.
Is it close?
And yeah, she's very close to me, so that's really
Oh,
nice too. So I'm very happy for her, and I'm happy she didn't wind up buying a house an hour away because they were having such a hard time finding anything here. So I was like cringing, thinking, "Oh God, I'll never
oh,
see them because I can't
oh,
drive." So,
So they're
yeah.
so where
but
in the same city in White Plains or
oh
just
yeah, yeah. She says she's like about 6 or 7 minutes away in the car, and that's probably because there's lights to deal with. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's nice. It's nice and close. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very good.
she's super close.
Yeah, no,
Love
it's
that.
great. It's great. She's probably gonna go back to work at the beginning of February though, so better get all my licks in while she's still off. So, but thank you for asking. Yeah, he's a cutie. I should, if I wasn't on my phone, I
Aw.
could show you a picture of him, but I'm on my phone.
Oh, yeah, shows.
wow, you do all this from your phone? Just
I tried to get on my laptop and I was in that little circle waiting and waiting and waiting, and it
Oh
never clicked
yeah.
me in. I don't know why that happens.
it's been
So,
like this for me this past few days. I was amazed that I could find the zen to go. I
Mine's
can
in.
make this happen. I can make this work. Okay, I can live without this being like that, but I can do this. But it just was so much crazy technology. And then I was on a Zoom thing with my dance people, like from the Netherlands to Wales to here. We're all like
Wow.
facing bureaucracies, medical insanities, things that don't make sense. It just
Ethical insanities. I like that.
so Vera, we haven't seen what you're doing.
Yes, it's not. I'm still painting it. I think I need better watercolor paints, but that's just my or watercolor pencils, but that's just my very humble opinion. I just want it to look a certain way and it's not, so I'm getting frustrated. But I'll show you what I have so far.
Yeah. Let me just get this
Let
real
me
quick
let
before
me
it
unblur
drops.
myself.
Just wanted to get that part
I'm
out
like
to you.
nowhere in mine, and I'm going. That's okay. I don't care.
Oh
Good.
yeah, I don't.
That's good. That's what we
I
want.
always
Yeah.
finish afterwards anyway, so
Yeah.